How comfortable are you with assessing cybersecurity risk, fraud prevention strategies, and other critical tools when we're talking about ensuring data security?
Right. So 2023 was the year of cybersecurity.
Right.
Everyone asks us about cybersecurity. And 24 was all about AI. But that doesn't mean cybersecurity went away. It just became less of a buzzword, right? For people that want to show that they know things, now they ask about AI. And cybersecurity is still a huge aspect of your digital transformation, modernization, not just ERP. And you might think that going to the cloud and having a hosted software as a service solution takes that onus away from you to manage your cybersecurity. That's not true. It's even more important, right? Because if you have an older system that is not connected to the internet, the hackers aren't going to know how to get into it. But with modern solutions, it's really important that you have your ducks in a row as far as your baseline on-premise infrastructure is concerned, because even if you're going to the cloud, you are still going to need to access the cloud, access the internet, access the vendor system in the cloud. And there are certain minimum requirements that you have to adhere to. Like the vendor will tell you what their standards are. Better yet, you need to tell the vendors what your standards are, right? So you have to have your house in order so that you can define that in your requirement set and outcome set and tell the vendors in your RFP what your minimum security requirements are. And that's pretty standard these days, right? So when it comes to us, when clients bring us in to do an ERP project, right, there's some clients that have put the cart before the horse, where they're looking to buy a software as a service in the cloud solution. And when you start working with them on the discovery process, you quickly realize that they're not ready from a technical perspective, right? There's a huge desire to change, to buy the new thing, but their on-premise infrastructure is just not ready. They don't have the right bandwidth. They don't have the right failover ISPs. They don't have the right network stack. So what will happen is if they sign a contract with any of the top vendors out there, they won't be able to use the system because they won't be able to access it. But all of this will be found out in the testing process, right? Maybe too late by then. So it's important that when you start down this path, one of the first things you do in discovery is to identify where you stand as far as your today. It's just infrastructure and cybersecurity, and those two things are connected. Where do you stand? And we do that for our clients. We'll do a 22-point assessment where we tell you exactly where you stand on those 22 points. And these 22 points are the NIST framework. And we also do scans and things like that to really nail down where you are today. Our recommendation, of course, is to do an IT strategic plan, which, by the way, now includes your AI readiness assessment. So all of this together, before you start looking at products to buy, is really important because that'll give you the baseline of where you stand cybersecurity-wise, where you stand as far as AI is concerned, and how ready are you, not just to do cybersecurity and AI, but also to take on a meaningful digital transformation of your organization. So it remains important if not more so than before, because now you have AI. You need to make sure that there's no shadow AI eating up your data. We've done videos on this, so please check out our channel. So I don't want to go down a rabbit hole.